All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming, but welcome to the first episode of, well, I haven't really named it yet, but I'm going with it. And let's just call it the King Kai's Monologue from here on out. This is where I'm going to drop some knowledge, talk some smack, and let y'all inside the mind of a 4-time BKFC world champion. I'm going to cover a range of topics: fighting, life, hot takes, and the business behind the game. This is going to be a continuous podcast. I'm going to keep it going. I feel like I have a lot to say, so this is where I'm going to say it. There's going to be some informational, there's going to be some hot takes, there's going to be some just randomness. Every single week it's going to be randomness. Hopefully you can learn something from it, and hopefully people don't hate me by the end of it. Nah, there ain't nothing too bad. All right, and today I want to start off with the first topic of why I think bare knuckle fighting championship is the closest thing that we have to being modern day gladiators. I also want to talk about something that a lot of fighters do not talk about. It's the business behind the fight game. There's a lot to it. I'm going to dig into just the surface because I can't give away all the secrets, but I can help get you started. And at the end, I think I'm just going to drop a little bit of advice every single episode, whether it's good advice, dumb advice. You guys are going to listen to it anyway. So I appreciate you guys for coming in and enjoy the show. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Here we go. Why are bare knuckle fighters modern day gladiators? Well, let me tell you, bare knuckle fighters, like gladiators, they embrace the risks, injuries, and the chaos. The sport demands unmatched mental, physical toughness far beyond traditional boxing and MMA. I've personally met so many fighters from every single different combat sport just blatantly say absolutely not to fighting in bare knuckle, and it's all the same reason. Oh, that sounds psycho, that sounds crazy, I'm not dog enough for that. And that's what gets the wheels turning, and I'm like, wow, bare knuckle is so different that people need to start talking about it. Bare knuckle is also similar to the gladiators because of the raw combat with minimal protection. Just like back then, BKFC, like ancient gladiator battles, removes the padding. Only fists and skill matter. Every strike lands with real consequences, making it pure, unforgiving, raw combat. Another thing to remember is that no matter who you are fighting, no matter what fight you are watching, there are no easy fights. There are also like no boring fights. Watching somebody get hit in the face with a bare knuckle fist is like the rawest form that you can get. And I think that's just like people need to learn more about this. Talking about bare knuckle being closely linked to the gladiators, I would love to just see myself as one of the most complete bare knuckle fighters there are. I've proven time and time again that one, I'm learning to be more precise with my boxing. My boxing is getting there, but I also can clinch, which is part of the rule set. We also got to look at the conditioning. I have unmatched, relentless pressure. I will come at people and they never know how to deal with it. Everybody's like, you got to weather the storm. You got to weather the storm. Screw that. I become the storm. And that's how it's always going to be. It's how it's always been. King Kai, here to stay. The most complete bare knuckle fighter on planet Earth. All right, let's move on here, though. I want to talk about the reality of the fight game. People see the fighters in the ring. They see the belts. They see the knockouts. They see people win. They see people lose. But what you don't really see is how much this, like being a fighter, is close to running your own business. The truth is, fighting alone is not what is going to pay the bills. You have to be smart about your branding, your name, image, likeness, your marketing. And in the end, you have to know your worth. Here's the big picture. If you're waiting around for fight checks, you're playing checkers, not chess. I have been super fortunate and lucky to work with brands that align with my lifestyle, whether it's Sing Contracting, Lithia of Great Falls, Teriyaki Madness, Giga Fitness, Silverleaf Cannabis, or my people at Native Grown. Notice how they all are supporting the cause of Kai Stewart, but they're also all different entities. That's a way to get your name out there to different demographics of people instead of just putting all your cards in one spot. From that list, I do want to give a special shout out to Native Grown and Silverleaf. They are both dispensaries in the same state. They do have some different cities, but the big picture is they both wanted to help my career, and I cannot thank them enough. But on the business end of things, it took compromise, it took strategy, and it came up. I had to come up with a plan to get two of the same companies and rep them both to the best of my ability. And it's awesome. Native grown, in my truest opinion, has the best bud in the state of Montana. But I also say the same exact thing about Silverleaf's edibles. So see how we have the same business, two separate products. Now I have two separate things that I can rep to the best of my ability. So shout out to them. That is a not normal to get two of the same type of companies on board at the size that they did. So shout out to those two Montana companies. Added that just to say that you can think outside of the box and you can make more money from it in the long run. Don't be afraid to take risks. Risks in the business world, there is consequences, but you never know unless you try. So the worst a company can say is no. Always remember that. Anyways, back to topic. All of this didn't just fall into my lap. I built my brand by showing up online, creating content, winning fights, the most important part, and making sure I bring value to these companies that want to invest in me. Which this isn't a hard thing. First thing that I like to talk about is authentic promotion and exposures. You have to believe in the product. You can't just pimp out every single product. No, you have to incorporate these things into your life. And that brings to the next thing I want to talk about is content creation and storytelling. So if you are a fighter, you have so many stories that can be told through products that you use every single day, from recovery, to your nutrition, to how you're cooking it. There's so many different things of content that you can do just by being a fighter, fan interaction. But there's a constant story to be told, and brands thrive off of videos going viral because there's a special story. So what can you bring differently to these companies? Working with different brands has really taught me a lot, and I'm still dialing it in. I'm not perfect, and I'm still learning the social media side of things, but I'm really starting to get the hang of it, and I'm starting to get this ball rolling. So if you are a combat sports athlete, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, especially if you're just starting out, because the combat sports world is tough to navigate. Alrighty, here, moving on. So this year, I'm super focused on the expansion of what I have built already. Every single fight, obviously we make more money, so we can add to what we're doing. I have the nutrition, I have the strength and conditioning, I have good managers, have great sponsors. So now I'm really focusing on the content creation and the social media side of things, as I think that is the most important part of the fight game, which it sounds silly, but you know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. There's amazing fighters out there that, don't get the opportunity because they don't bring any eyes to the sport. And that's unfortunate. But that's why this is important. That is why this is important. But this year, I'm going to level up. I'm working on new partnerships, more content creation, and obviously, I'm going to continue winning world titles to show myself and the world that I have what it takes to stay on top. If you're not evolving, you're getting left behind. It's as simple as that, guys. So, my final take for today is all about having a champion mindset. If you're a fighter, entrepreneur, or just someone trying to win in life, here's my advice. Treat yourself like a business. Your name is your brand. Your reputation is your currency. The work you put in today will either make you rich down the road or keep you broke down the road. The choice is yours. All right, guys. Super short, super sweet. That is a wrap of episode 1. If you got something out of this, please like, comment, and share. We love the subscriptions as well because we're just getting started. And if you're a brand looking to work with the champ, my DMs are open. See you all next time.